see who's racing. Got TheGons versus PrinceKaro. It's kind of the battle of the returners. I don't think I should probably just check to make sure, so I don't talk weird things. But I don't think either of them was in the last 2 or 3 MTs. Let's see, TheGons was in 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And PrinceKaro was in... Oh, PrinceKaro was in 13. After being absent for like 7 of them. And then for 14 and 15 absent, and now playing in 16 again.
Oh. Oh, is this our game? This sounds fantastic.
Well, it's a losers 2 match. They have both won and lost the game. Utari wa pretty cool. Rienai yume no sano wa daimai. Sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty cute game.
Yeah, the Lost Vikings, except it took forever to switch between the characters.
Yeah. Followed up with Ethereal.
Oh yeah, that was the puzzle game, right?
Yeah.
Where you just move across. Like sometimes you move through walls and get soft locked.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then PrinceKaro's matches were the first match of the entire tournament, losing in Mega Man 4 for the Game Boy original. And then Don't Pull on the PlayStation.
What was that?
I don't know. It's one of those matches that I wasn't around for.
PSX Don't Pull.
Also, while Maurice looks up that, how you doing, Polari?
Good evening. Just trying to figure out what kind of a discussion I just jumped into. But yeah.
Oh, we're talking about the previous matches.
Yeah, it's on screen.
Yeah, I got as much. Also, I don't have the restream open. I just opened the Razer streams. But yeah, this game looks cool.
It reminds me of a different game that I think just had full release recently, and that I really want to play. It's a fun game.
The Art of Drifting?
Are you allowed to say that?
Well, I mean, basically we're almost ready. I'm just waiting for the stream. Oh, there it is. Let me corrupt this and then we're ready. But yeah, were you talking about the Art of Drifting?
No, I'm talking about that fighting game one.
What?
Yeah, there's a fighting... there's a... Like, it's... How do I explain this? It's... Imagine Outrun, but with fighting game controls.
Oh, where's TheGons talking? They said they had clean audio.
Yeah, Mooware knows what I'm talking about. I just don't remember the name of it for the life of me.
Oh, yeah, I saw some posts that mentioned a bunch of indie games, and apparently there was one single-player fighting game-like thing. I wonder if this is the same thing.
Buck Up and Drive, thank you. That's the name of it. I remember watching Lythero stream that, and I was like, I'm sold on this game already. I've been here for 30 seconds, and it looks amazing.
Alright, we are ready. Oop.
Are we?
Okay.
There it is. It's back.
Small hiccup on Karo's end.
Yeah, so again, it's pretty late on my end, and usually the first races start maybe somewhere around this time, and I'm like, I'm gonna see what they pull. I could just wind down and get ready for bed, or if it's something cool, I can jump into it. I still haven't really seen my games drawn, but this one looks really neat. I just wanted to get in on this.
How about the bitrate on TheGons?
It looks nice. I like this. Alright, so your goal is just to get into the goal.
Bonk.
And, no hitting walls. Just drift.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you hit a wall, you lose your combo multiplier and you lose the drifting challenge.
Oh, is there a multiplier somewhere?
No, I'm
not
just
seeing.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
are you just
Need for
just
Speed
sticking shit?
Underground.
Yeah.
And so we're basically just drifting through these levels, which is really cool. I would love to play this. Oh, drifting into a wall.
Yeah, I almost just played instead of jumping on commentary, but I was too tired and lazy to set up.
I don't. Is PrinceKaro still on the first level? Also, this stream is not
Looks
working
like
so
it,
well.
yeah. Well, I don't think it's anything to do with you, Maurice. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Well, yeah, I know.
Ooh. TheGons is kissing the side here. Oh, and actually gets...
So I didn't check the pace bin. Let me check the pace bin. I'm pretty sure you can't brake and you can't not accelerate.
Makes sense to me.
But you can still go slow by like drifting in the other direction, like coming to a stop.
I wager the accelerate button is the only way to control yourself.
I don't think there's an accelerate button.
No, I mean drifting. My bad. I was reading somebody else's comment at the same time. So you can turn yourself, but that's it. If you want to brake, you're gonna have to do like an Akira slide or something.
Wait, this has 10 levels? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, demo is only 10.
It's gonna be over in 4 minutes.
I'm sure they're gonna be more complex.
Unless we're not out of the... No, we are. Alright.
But yeah, so you can't like stop in place, but if you have some space to work with, a few times these guys have been like going back and forth and going almost to a standstill.
Yeah, you could
And
like, you could snake a
looks
bit.
like you can slow down a lot if you just go back and forth a lot.
Yeah, you could snake a little bit to slow down.
You need to... It's the momentum is what's doing there. Oh, there's a ghost. There is a ghost on PrinceKaro's screen.
Well, that's just himself.
There are many ghosts. You get all of the losses.
It's
Like
super
if you get
meat,
halfway.
I see.
It's very distracting.
Oh, God, this pattern kills the frame rate so hard. These are both so painful to watch.
Alright, we got really bad bitrate versus really bad frame drops. It's gonna win.
Really bad commentary is gonna win?
Don't have that.
Yeah. Just watching this from the sidelines, I feel like they should be snaking a lot more.
Yeah, snaking seems like the way to go.
Like you probably, like I don't know how much it helps. It may be that it's like kind of slows down more than it gives, but if it's really only 10 stages and they are dying a lot, it feels like if you can cut down a few attempts by taking it really slow, you're probably ending up ahead. Okay, so TheGons just completed level 4 while PrinceKaro completed level 3, so there's a 1 stage difference at the moment.
Yeah. Oof. Oh. Gun's taking a hit to the front passenger side. Oh, it's front driver's side, never mind. I'm an idiot. I can't tell which way is left or right.
Maybe this is in England.
Yeah, maybe this is a European car.
What? A European car?
Yeah, aren't European cars all on the
No.
opposite side from America?
No, what? It's just England.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
We
Today I
all-
learned.
We all drive on the right. It's just the weird English people. We kicked them out of the European Union for it.
Wait, you all drive on which side?
The right.
And which side do the English drive on?
The left.
Then I'm right!
What do you mean you're right?
Because in the United States, it's on the left as well.
What?
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Are you sure
Get out
about
of
that?
get out of the commentary channel. What the hell? What do you mean the Americans are driving on the left? I've seen so many American driving.
In the car.
Oh, you mean the steering wheel?
Car,
Well,
yes.
well, who gives a crap?
Yeah, so the steering wheel
Jesus Christ.
the steering wheel is placed on the side where it's at the
Yeah, where the
center of the
center,
road, so it's the opposite of what side of the road you drive on, which is what everyone talks about because that's the thing that actually matters.
Yeah, who cares where the steering wheel is? We aren't driving a Mini. Who's on first? It's the guns. The guns is first.
What's on second?
Yeah,
I
so
don't know who's
anyway,
on third.
just as I talked about snaking more, the guns gets into a level where the paths get much more narrow. Like right now he's on an 8-tile stretch, but there are a couple of long bits where you have only 6 tiles to work with, so you're not gonna snake a whole lot in there. Though I still think he should be using the stretch to slow down a bit more getting into that.
Yeah, you can also just start turning way earlier to get slower a little.
Fool. Got some good power slides going.
Whoa.
Oh! And then just spun over there.
Looks like the controls are really sensitive.
Alright, Karo, come on. Just gotta get through this
And
S
then,
part. Oh my god, that was so close! Both of them! Oh no!
There it is.
Too fast.
So if you want to stop your momentum, is it faster to, or is it more effective to turn 90 degrees or 180?
I'd wager 180 because you're coming to a full.
Yeah, 100.
You're coming to more of a full stop.
I mean, you're driving into a wall if you turn 90 degrees.
Because you're still accelerating when you hit 90. So you're just gonna go, into the wall, Marie said. Whereas if you do 180, you're accelerating in the opposite direction, which is gonna bring you to a stop. For at least a little bit. And then you can adjust as necessary.
Okay, yeah, I was watching the guns do 180 and it looks like it was sliding a lot more than I expected, but it's just that I'm not too used to the exact level of slipperiness. Is that a word? But yeah, then I watched him do a few 90 degree turns later, and yeah, it slides more still. It just takes forever to stop in any way.
Really, they both need to get new tires. This is all that I'm learning from this race.
Yeah, as we know, you gotta pick a top tire.
I just can't help but feel they're making this look harder than it is.
You had the chance to play the game and see how hard it is, Maurice.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I do feel you should have been able to adjust at this point, but also it's. I kind of want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, often when the controls are really hard to work with, it doesn't translate too well to the stream. It could just be a lot harder than it looks too.
I think you might be confusing the layouts, Spice,
No,
because now they're on
Karo
the
is
same
on the
stage.
same. Yeah, Karo just caught up.
Yeah, Karo was previously one stage behind and just reached the same one that TheGons has been on for a while.
Let me get my laptop so that I don't have to make noises on stream.
Oh. Wonder what kind of noises Maurice would be making.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, I too was looking at PrinceKaro's side a little while ago, or like 2 minutes ago. I'm thinking like, wait, did I miss them completing the stage and getting onto the same one, but no,
No,
it was
it just
was
kind of
zero.
looks. It had the same ending with DS 3 and 4. That's just the thing.
I gotta say, PrinceKaro's really taking it away with snaking to kill momentum.
Push the talk noises are from Polari. It's not a big issue.
Yeah, it's probably coming through from me.
It's not a big issue.
It's fine, don't worry about it, chat. Ooh. There's a lot of close calls here on the Gonza side. Ah, and that was too close. Shame.
Both having a lot of issues with level 5.
So when is the ice? What is it gonna be? Like there's a black ice level? They're just not gonna see it coming, and all of a sudden, whee!
Wait, this pace bin misspells the game name. This isn't called Drifters Don't Break. It's Break, the other break.
Yeah, there's a typo at the top of the page.
Funny.
Oh, but we'll never get to see level 10 because level 10 we have to hex edit our way into that.
Yeah.
This is actually the never-ending race.
It's the outside the box puzzle. Racers cannot figure out the reg edit.
Yeah. We've got to open up the console in the game like we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club or something. It's gonna start messing with our computer
Alright,
files.
TheGons is getting it this time.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh no!
Should have seen it coming because you could see it when he was at the bottom of the part next to it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think he's still underestimating how little grip he has. It looks like if you want to turn and have like any momentum, you need to turn crazy early to make it.
now remember, kids, don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't drift into all the walls.
Not only does your car not respawn, you also have to pay for your tires.
Yeah, the stage goals are very forgiving. You can have all the momentum you want, but I don't know how much of a difference it makes because if you try to turn more than slow down, then you're gonna be drifting further down. Meanwhile, I don't know how much of a difference it makes. Like earlier on, when both racers were still trying out the controls, figuring out different things, there were a few times I saw the guns just do the 90-degree turn, and you don't really get much momentum going the other way before you manage to stop. Like the acceleration is really slow compared to how far you drift still. Oh no, PrinceKaro keeps going for the shortcut.
Oh, in the middle of the vertical.
Yeah.
Do we have tester times for this? I don't think anybody is a tester in here.
Earlier on, I wanted to say that PrinceKaro was getting the hang of it and might be overtaking the guns pretty quickly, but it's not quite clicking yet still.
the situation has degraded slightly.
Okay, I'm on level 5 now.
Oh, so he's actually playing. Cool.
I'm gonna give you my tester time.
Drifters don't bake. Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get the game going too, since there isn't all that much happening in the race currently. I wanted to avoid it earlier because I've tried playing and commentating before, and it's pretty hard.
You can really snake really well in these white sections, like at the bottom, for example.
An hour for 10 minutes. Whoo-wee.
Wait, what?
That's what ID said.
An hour for 10 minutes? What does
No,
that
an
mean?
hour for 10 levels.
Ah.
Did I say minutes?
Polarity's no
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
drifters don't break.
Okay, I'm going into...
Okay, I beat 5.
Maurice using the knowledge that he's learned from watching the
Yeah,
races
sure.
and playing the game himself.
The levels do get pretty long and hard.
Ooh. Ooh, aw. I was hoping the guns would be able to pull that one back.
And everyone in chat play along. This game just looks fun, it just makes you want to play it yourself.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of drifting games have that quality to them.
Yeah,
It's just fun to drive a car wildly out of control.
yeah, it's pretty simple, it's a 2-button game.
Because I mean, this is something that you probably shouldn't do in real life. Unless you're a trained professional stunt driver.
I mean, there's a lot of things in video games you shouldn't do.
I got my first death on level 4.
This is level 5 for both racers. Whoa, the guns barely. Aw. Takes a hit on the front driver's side. Or front left side, just in case we start confusing regional car differences.
No normal person says, oh, I drive on the left because my steering wheel is on the left.
I never once talked about the roads. I said passenger and driver side. So I was asking, what side are your steering wheels on?
No one's
I
asking that.
wasn't talking about the road.
Yeah,
And it got lost in translation.
Yeah, I missed that part and just heard us talking about which side you drive on. Like, in every other context, it means a specific thing.
I know exactly what I was asking about, because I know the context that made me ask it.
Wow, Spice Father is, like, doubting your story here.
It's fine, he doubts me all the time. Doesn't matter, this is normal. This is Tuesday. But it's Thursday.
Yeah, it's Taco Thursday.
I don't know, if we pop the air on these tires, we might be flying for like a second before everything awful happens. The real question is, would I associate this game more with the word deck or luck?
Both races are still on 5.
Yep.
Which is painful for TheGons, especially because he was basically at the end.
Yeah, the
He
final turn.
kissed the end, yeah.
The final turn in the level is deceptively hard.
Well, yeah, I'd be furious too if I saw the end, hit the side of the end, and just
Yeah, I got there once so far and hit that, like tried to cut the corner, hit there. But there's this weird thing, like where you slow down a little bit, you have very like accurate control of your car. But when you slow down to a crawl, you just start sliding all over the place. It just gets really hard to keep the car in check somehow. Still haven't really got the feel for that.
Can you turn down your game volume?
Ooh.
Where do I find the settings for that?
Windows. Oh. The guns almost made it to the final stretch. I do appreciate the inclusion of ghosts in this game.
I feel like they're just distracting. I mean, they're not actually helpful.
I think they are faint enough that they don't bother you. I think they look worse on the stream where bitrate is all messed up and everything looks chunky. Okay, I beat level 5.
Commentators are now showing off. Oh.
Too fast. Just a tad too fast.
Also, I think the nerves play a big deal in the end because you've tried the level so far and you want to play it safe, but I think it's harder if you try to play it safe. Like, if you commit to just making the turn into it, you can make it much easier than if you go like, okay, I need to slow down, play it safe. Like, that's what gets you. Like, somehow the car becomes really hard to control when you get to really slow speeds.
Nothing but faith in our racers. Meanwhile, how are commentators doing?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
What's
In playing the game!
Oh, okay. I'm level 9.
Oh man, I just got to level 6.
Oh, is there a quick reset button?
I mean, do you need it?
I just saw PrinceKaro not crash into the wall and restart the level.
The default menu controls are weird. Like, you need to press space to restart after death, but you need to press enter to move on to
Yeah, I hate that. Don't make me press different buttons to continue.
Oh yeah, you can press space during the stage and it will restart. I just pressed it by reflex when I was about to hit the wall.
So... we're still on 5?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And you thought this was gonna be less than 15 minutes. Oh.
Yeah, it's really common that you have a short number of stages and the first couple of them are just tutorial stuff, and then it's like, oh, this is gonna go by so fast. And then people get to the real stages.
Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve with this one. That was unintentional.
It was a good one though.
Yeah. Oh, the gun's looking good. Nope.
Not looking good anymore. At least we have this fake 80s soundtrack.
Look, the Fate 80s were the best era for music.
I mean, it's synthwave. You can just call it that instead of trying to time it.
Ooh. Oh, PrinceKaro makes it to the jackknife.
Jackknife?
Yeah, that's what you call the turn. It's like a hairpin turn.
Never.
Yeah, stage
Oh.
8 opens up with a hairpin with 4 tile wide paths in and out.
Oh, that sounds nasty.
Like, I'm not that so far, and I'd say
Oh,
that,
TheGons gets it!
Nice.
I'd say that 7 is where the difficulty picks up.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, the stages get a lot harder.
Okay, so the guns is on 6 now, and I was really confused by this panel layout here for a bit. But yeah, the guns did end up going through the intended path eventually. Like it's like it's just a 450 turn.
What is all this lingo? It's a jackknife 450 turn. Hard crest right.
450.
Well, a jackknife and a hairpin are two turns that are very sharp to the point where it's basically like you're doing a U-turn. A 450 turn is just a 450-degree turn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to call it. Just you turn 450 degrees.
Like, I can't even visualize that shape in my mind, unfortunately. Wait,
Wait, no,
450, that doesn't
actually,
make...
yeah,
Hold on a second.
It's actually 270.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's like an autobahn off-ramp. Oh, level 10 was weird. Well, I'm done. Level 10 is like a weird maze or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I did 360 plus 90 instead of 360 minus 90.
No, you do like when you go to a parking garage, like one of those high ones, and you just keep turning. That's like a 1080 turn.
Spice is also right. Jackknifing is when big rigs, like...
Oh, the gun's finishing 6.
Horribly.
I don't even remember level 7, so it must be free.
Yeah, 7 is short. Like 7 is tricky, but it's short. Then 8 is roughly the same difficulty of execution as 7, but it's long.
I thought 8 was really hard.
Yeah, 8 is much harder than anything else so far. Like, I would say 7's execution is on the same level, but it's so short that you're just gonna get out of it fairly quickly. 8 is like, you get through a stage equivalent to 7, and then go on for a little bit still, and then you haven't still seen the goal.
If you get bored with cars, you can reskin this game to be like rockets or something, and it would still make sense.
Yeah, I'd buy that. Would be like an ICBM.
Well, there's one detail in that the car turns around the front axle, and that would not make a whole lot of sense with a rocket.
I agree with Spice Father, 8 star.
Karo did beat 5, very nice.
Yeah, onto this like half maze. Weird. You don't have to take that extra loop that PrinceKaro just took. Just there for show. Level 8 has the same thing.
It's easier and more natural to take the loop. I don't think it makes that much of a time difference, but I don't know. I kept taking it because I started with it and it felt easy and not too time consuming. But if you went to the other way immediately and started getting used to it, then like probably it's not gonna make much of a difference.
It's much more natural than taking a hard 90-degree turn right there.
Well, I guess it depends if like the natural thing to you is making wide turns or if the natural thing to do is a
Oh
speedrunner
yeah,
thing.
PrinceKaro
of
just
shortest
skipped it.
path.
That was great. Ah, just barely too fast to make that last turn.
Has Maurice beaten the game yet?
Oh, a while ago.
Why didn't you say anything?
It's not important how I do, it's important how TheGons and or the PrinceKaro does.
It's gonna go in the description of the video. Since people are yelling at me now to fucking edit.
And you don't even know when I started.
Okay.
I do know when you started, I don't know when you finished.
I didn't say when I started.
Okay, I beat 8 basically immediately after I realized that I know the stage layout. I don't need to focus on going slow because that's what gets you like swerving all over the place. Just do the turn that's required, and that's it. And then I beat the stage.
Alright, Karo skipping the turn, but too far up. Let's see how TheGons does 7. I'll go
So
down
9
here to the left. Up.
Turning a bit too hard there.
So 9 is a maze level, huh?
Whoa! Whoa! That was a brutal 180 for Karo. Alright, skipping the turn again. I like it. I think that turn is completely unnecessary. It's just more stage that you're suddenly doing, so there's more ways to fail. Alright, good angle, good angle. Now the last one. Oh, bad angle! Ah, that was a terrible angle. Really couldn't afford to steer early, because he would have hit the, like, the inside corner. Whoa. That was like overturning the 180s and going higher than he wants to. A bit high? Yeah, too high.
Oh yeah, that's true. Someone can give me a support.
Okay, so I haven't been paying too much attention to the racers in the last 15 minutes, but it looks like they've kind of figured out the controls in level 5 and have been looking a lot more comfortable since.
It feels like they both have the same idea, but they're like just missing the last of execution to get it.
There we go on the guns. Oh no.
The last turn for the guns is pretty hard because you gotta make it into this 4 white.
I don't like it.
The fact that you rotate around your front axle is pretty interesting, because sometimes you have to like weigh turning or not turning, because like turning may make you hit the wall, so you may have to slightly turn at first. It's like reverse parking.
I mean, that just means they have front wheel drive, don't they?
Like,
Yeah, if you're in tight spaces, you're constantly at the danger of hitting your rear in the walls while
Yeah.
trying to make any kind of turns.
I don't know if it means anything about if it's front or rear drive. It means you're steering with the front wheels, but I mean that's expected. Unless they do that in America. Steer with your back wheel.
I mean, there's all-wheel drive.
That's still not...
I've never heard of a car having rear-wheel drive.
What?
The gods finished the level! Let's go!
Nice.
Wow! That is worth talking about. The guns is now on level 8. This one I thought was the hardest.
I mean, rear-wheel drives are quite rare in like consumer cars, but if you play in racing games that display it, it's really common.
Alright, so we have somebody who has a rear-wheel drive, and Gickman's Volvo. Alright, Shrambles.
Right, Karo needs to like get something here, otherwise he may be falling behind too far.
Okay, I'm currently on stage 10, and I would say that the annoying thing about this game is that
Can't see
if you
anything.
go, yeah, you can't see anything. I don't. But not only that, it's just if you go slow, the game's actually much harder than if you go fast because your car starts swerving all over the place. But if you want to go faster, then you need to know how the track is like, because otherwise you just hit the wall immediately when you get a turn you haven't experienced before. So you gotta scout it out slow to have any chance of being able to react to anything. But then you're eventually gonna die into any tricky spot because it's hard to control the car while going slow. So it's just this constant trial and error where you scout out the places and then get used to them so you can like play faster.
I feel like it'd be a good idea if instead of just starting on you on the start line, it showed the level and then it zoomed into you.
Like,
The problem is also you steer very slow when you go very slow. Going slow is not really an option.
but the weird thing is that the game already has built-in zooming. Like it zooms out when you're going faster. It just doesn't zoom way near enough or nearly enough.
Alright, I don't like what I saw on the left-hand side of the cons screen there.
The S?
The final stretch. So if they got that at a bad angle, it's not going to be a good time.
You're not too
You gotta
fast
hit,
going
like,
into
the
it.
tool.
The turn before that is pretty tight, so you're usually not too fast going into it. I think it's very doable. Right, Karo, come on. Karo trying to go the loop. Which is fine, I mean, it's not a hugely longer. It feels like he's not sure where he wants to go himself and he ends up hitting the middle.
Okay, I'm done. I think that would have been almost exactly a 20-minute time.
It's not bad, not bad. Good job, Polari. How do you feel finishing this race?
I wasn't prepared for that. Yeah, I think I said most of the things while playing. Like the one thing that stood out was the trial and error aspect. Like you can't deal with the stage the first time around because you don't see enough to let you go fast, and so you kind of just get scouted out one turn at a time, which is pretty frustrating. This game would be a lot better if it just zoomed out further.
And maybe if it didn't kill the bitrate, that'd also be pretty.
Yeah, that too. But I think that just makes the game subtly harder than it needs to be, because the game punishes you for going fast, and it took me at least a while to recognize what's going on. That like you need to learn to go slow at first, so you have any chance to react to turns that you don't see in time if you go fast. But then when the paths get narrower and the stages get harder, then you need to like pull back from that and like do the minimum amount necessary to make the turns while not trying to constantly snake and keep the speed low. And it's if you don't kind of recognize that and make those adjustments, the game's gonna be really hard. I want to say that's probably what was going on with these players in stage 5, like trying to decide if you should be going faster or slow.
Now, would you want to see another drifting game in MT?
I mean, these are pretty cool, and also I just really want to see variety in games. Like in old MTs, it's just you get puzzle games and you get crappy console platformers, and nowadays you get less of the latter ones, but it's still like you get platformers and you get puzzle games and you get puzzle platformers, and it's somewhat rare to see other genres.
Yeah, it's a solid sub in my opinion.
Sorry?
I was responding to Piper in chat.
But yeah, like overall, I really like seeing this kind of game here. Just a few unfortunate details about this specific game that I don't quite like here.
It's the problem with the game itself, not the sub.
Yeah, I do try to just dig up all the weird crap I can think of and find and submit it and let the testers figure out if it works well enough. And I'm scared to ask what they think of my sound. I've been avoiding it for the past 10 mystery tournaments.
Well, we have some testers in chat. What do you think about Polari's throw shit at the kitchen wall until it sticks method of submitting games?
I don't like your phrasing here.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
We don't allow flash games because, God, there's an actual technical reason for it. Yeah, definitely too inconsistent to run.
I mean, Flash is prone to it, but it's not like every Flash game is. It's just that people don't want to try to figure out if whatever particular Flash game submission would cause those issues or not. It's just like we ran the whole mystery of Flash GP. What was it called exactly? Flash GP,
Yeah.
and I don't think those games had much issues at all.
Well, that's because I think all of them were tested, like thoroughly in advance.
Yeah. Let's say they were. But no, seriously. I mean, I understand why people don't want to like try to figure it out. Just throw a blanket ban on them. Like maybe there are a couple of dozen of stuff that we could get. Like we can afford to lose them. But I also think that we could be picking up some from my backup pool that are known to work well enough. There were also a couple of Flash games in earlier mystery tournaments that were just handpicked. And it was kind of weird to me at the time because I did play a lot of Flash games then, and there were a bunch that I wanted to sub, but those were blanket banned. And then I tune in, and there are a couple of other Flash games that are just in there anyway.
Because sometimes somebody goes, rules schmools. Let's just throw it to the testers and see what they want or think.
Yeah, like most rules are meant to be broken when you like know why they are there and can recognize when you can work around them. Like I really want to see more rule breaking genres if people like know what makes a good race and can find things that can make them work. But if it's for technical reasons, then it's kind of harder to whistle your way out of it.
Oh, TheGons makes it seize the exit. Just goes into the wall. What is this? Level 9 for TheGons, right?
8.
This is 8?
Yeah, that's 8. That's the hardest level in the race.
Then it's just a wide open field with a green box. Who'd have thought? After all this time, they reward the player.
Yeah, there are a couple of stages where the last stretch is like almost straight into the goal. You need to snake a little bit. And even in other stages, it's really easy to kill yourself in the very end because it's like there's this urge to just start playing it safe, slow down as much as you can, and again, slowing down makes the car harder to control, and you just end up swerving your back into the wall. And you just need to do it a couple of times to recognize that, oh, okay, I need to just suppress my urge to do that and just run straight in. But yeah, I think if TheGons finishes this stage soon, he's gonna win the race. If you get out of 8, then you probably aren't gonna spend all that much time on 9 and 10.
Hopefully.
Yeah, like they're kind of maze levels. There's not a clear path, and you might fumble around for a little bit, figuring out where you want to actually go. Or at least I did. I need to actually check the page bin again. All I remember is that it said something about taking the left path. Okay, level 10 has 2 exits. The testers agree that the left path is easier. I also took that on level 9 that I want to go as far as to the left as possible. I think there are other paths there too. Yeah, if I remember correctly, then you can approach the goal from either left or right. But yeah, I don't know if I made a better choice there. But yeah, 9 and 10 are more about, like, it's even harder to figure out how you're supposed to drive through various spots, because you're not even sure which way you're supposed to go from the junctions. A lot of options for you, but once you do figure out what you want to do, they are not as hard to execute as 8.
This is not the type of game I would have expected to go towards time right now. TheGons has been on 7? No, this is 8. 8 for a while now, and PrinceKaro has been on... I guess it's 7, right?
I think it's 6.
Oh yeah, that's 6.
I think
you're
that's
right.
6.
They've been on these levels for a while. A long while.
I mean, not as long as they were on 5.
I don't know about that.
It's at times like this where we want to take our hands off the wheel and breathe, so that way we don't induce road rage.
I thought you were gonna say, like, give Jesus the wheel.
Don't give Jesus the wheel.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous. I don't think Jesus...
Jesus grew up in a time before cars. Jesus doesn't know how to drive.
Yeah, Jesus doesn't know how to drift.
Jesus doesn't have his driver's license.
Which side of the wheel? Well, 3 and 9 o'clock.
No, it's 2 and 10.
Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, you can grab your wheel however you want, as long as you don't drive like an idiot.
This is true, this is true.
Alright, the gun's looking kind of good. Never mind.
Just...
Rotating into the wall.
Yeah, the previous attempt, he did the thing I described earlier, where he tried to slow down and lost control of the car's rear end. And I was just about to, like,
5
go
and 7?
forgot how he's doing it, but yeah, he seems to have corrected.
I feel attacked by chat today.
I only drive 6 o'clock with my knee.
Oh, PrinceKaro gets it! Level 6 done!
Nice, finally getting the last turn. So 7 was pretty quick for the guns.
Yeah, 7 is where the execution gets hard, but it's short enough that the level overall shouldn't keep them stuck too long.
PrinceKaro really wants to go the right way. I disagree with the right way. I don't think the right way is the right way.
But it's cooler.
It's true. Also, the guns level 8. There's this thing at the bottom after these first few turns here. This part, I don't. Is it supposed to be easier? It looks way harder to go that way.
I think it's a wider turn just to allow you to set up better.
But it's ridiculous. It's harder than just doing it normally, or unless that is the normal way, supposedly.
Honestly, I didn't even try it.
Yeah, me
I could-
neither. I didn't even go in there. Why would I? You can easily make the other turn.
Well, looking at how many times the guns has just crashed going the direct way, I
See, easy.
could imagine.
He did it once, first try. It's simple, so easy.
You just have to be good at the game.
Maurice, we've already mentioned multiple times on this channel, you are not a judge of what is easy and what is not because you're good at things.
Yeah, but
You're like naturally
no, hold on. So, I'm not saying it's easy to make that turn. I'm saying that the other way isn't easier.
Well, neither of us tried it, so it's hard.
Yeah, but I mean, you can tell from looking at it. You go pretty fast, and it's 540 of degrees of turn.
I thought it was 450 degrees of turn.
Oh yeah.
I've never
There's
actually seen what's all the way down there, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's just a
There's much more
turnaround,
space.
right?
There's much more space to align your car there. than
You
there
don't need
is.
to align your car. Who cares? You're gonna hit the car. You're gonna hit the wall just trying to get down there.
Well, the guns probably cares because he just hit the wall many times in a row going the short way.
Well, no, he doesn't care because it doesn't matter what's down there because it's not easier. That's my point. I'm not saying anything else. See, easy.
Yeah, and I'm kind of contesting your assessment that it's easier.
Has he
with me.
gotten to the snake part yet?
Yes, multiple times. Died at the last block, jutting out of the wall.
Yeah, that's painful. You got like those two things in the middle. If you can line it up perfectly from the turn beforehand, it's really easy. Otherwise, you gotta like kind of go slow enough to make the snake turns.
Yeah, there are at least two, I think, 3 or 4 stages that end a bit like that. I never got the direct path down the middle, but it's easier the less you need to steer. Like you don't want to slow down a lot. You want just
We are
do
at
very light turns.
8 and 7 for the Guns and PrinceKaro, respectively, I think.
Yeah, that's correct.
We also had 54 minutes. I did not expect this to go so long.
Well, looking at the timer beneath the car, if you hit the wall going the shortcut, you die at around 8 seconds. So if you took an extra 2 seconds going down below, you don't really need that much of an increase in the success rate to break even. Yeah, I've been focusing on the Gonsis side more recently, and he keeps dying by getting down to slow speed and losing control of the car's rear.
PrinceKaro just always dies right at the start. He barely makes it past his first 3 turns.
Look at the tire tracks on PrinceKaro's side.
And that road will need to be like, you know, like on airport runways, they have to remove the rubber from the tarmac or whatever it's called.
Yeah, we gotta shave it off.
They're gonna have to do that here, I think. This road is unusable at this point.
Okay, no, never mind.
Imagine if that really was the case in the game. Like the more you screwed up, the harder it was to control on the braked areas.
Pretty good.
That'd be messed up.
I don't know why he's going for the hard way.
Because he keeps on crashing on the wall when he's trying to go to the short way.
It is obviously so much harder to make it past that part on the right.
I think he's just died enough going the left way that he's still going like, okay, I'm gonna give a shot to the other option. And it looks like he's back to going left now.
Yeah, level 10 is gonna be weird. I did it like first try and I feel like I didn't see half the level. It's really weird.
Yeah, the level 10 has at least 2 goals and some alternative paths.
Oh, here we go, Karo. Okay, okay. Ah,
Thanks, Vice.
too late on the turn.
Don't worry, ID. I saw your question and I answered it.
We've been on 8-7 for 20 minutes.
ID left and came back!
Nothing changed.
Yeah, they need to go faster, as unintuitive as it is.
I would highly not recommend holding your hands at 8 and 7 on the wheel. Just
Do you like turn them around so that they point towards the center of the wheel, or do you use them like normally?
no, normally.
But then it's really hard to steer left. Right, I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do it.
If you do it my way, you can steer right, but then steering left becomes harder. Yeah, what?
You get 6 hand at 12, right hand or left hand on shifter.
Yeah, what if you need to turn really fast? What if your accelerator is stuck and there's all these red walls around that will kill you if you touch them?
Then I guess you just die.
As we have seen like probably 500 times by now.
Times, yeah.
Okay, so is PrinceKaro's game's performance dying in the beginning with all the ghosts and skid marks, or is it just the stream?
I think it's a stream. Maybe it's both.
I really think the only time you'd ever use 8 and 7 is if you're operating a very large piece of machinery.
I mean, the thing is, PrinceKaro can return to the level select and restart the level, if this was an issue.
Yeah, I don't know if it actually matters there, just looks weird.
There's some progress. I'm afraid. Yep, there it is. Maybe it's because it doesn't consider the level completed when you restart it, but it considers it complete when you die and create a new ghost. I'd wager there's an option to turn off ghosts. And it does seem like you only get a fixed number of ghosts.
Ah, the gun's
making it to the
trying to turn too hard, which makes your car like turn into the wall. That happens a lot.
Yeah, I keep coming back to saying the same thing, but there's just not much else going on in the race. But, they need to stop trying to slow down and be careful and all, and just commit to like, I know the path that I should be going for, just make the minimum turns necessary, and get to the end with that.
There's no way...
Yeah, sorry, go on.
There's no way I expected this race to go for an hour.
I mean, it is pretty unforgiving and street. Like you get a lot larger spread of times in games where it's like a short amount of content that you're expected to retry some amount of times, compared to when the game is kind of just like content to get through at a somewhat steady pace.
Zimbu, thank you for that. But wait, we can't be suffering from burnout. We're not allowed to break.
Well, no, it's spelled to break. We solved that. So we are allowed to burn out now.
Yeah, so we are an hour in right now.
This race could go another 2 hours, I feel like.
We have about 28 minutes to the mod call, if it gets to that.
Salvation. I mean, right now TheGons is clearly winning, and I feel like... So this is 8, and he was basically at the end of 8, so you can't really make like a judgment call on progress through 8. So PrinceKaro will just basically have to beat the game before TheGons does. Because level 10, I thought was free. I did it first try. It was very confusing, but like the walls were not that close.
Somehow I don't feel filled with confidence at your words that 10 is easy, Maurice.
We're not even gonna see it, I think. I don't even remember 9 at this point. I think it was also mazy.
And 9 and 10 are like mazes, but not that hard to execute. I mean, you can disagree about it being easy, but it's definitely easy relative to stage 8. Like, if you complete stage 8, you can beat 9 and 10.
8 took me the longest. It took me easily 5 minutes.
Yeah, 8 is by far the hardest. It's not close. Like 9 and 10, you might get confused in the beginning, like which path you even want to go for, but once you figure out a path that leads to the goal, then it's much easier.
And remember when I said, "Wow, we're gonna be done in 4 minutes"?
Yeah.
More like 400 minutes. TheGons isn't skipping the loop at the end. I always skipped it. It was pretty free. And by skipping it, you also enter the last straight way slower, so you have longer to adjust your angle for these last 2 blocks.
You're talking about the loop at the end of 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went for the loop myself.
The problem is you're so
man.
fast going into the last turn then.
Yeah, but and I think it again comes back to the one thing I've been saying.
That was so close.
If you try to keep your speed down, you're gonna start swerving. But if you accept that I'm just gonna go fast here, then it's actually not that hard to keep the car going the way you want.
I would like to point out something funny. Saiho dot done with a time of 15:58. Next dot done, Vidor Al finishes in second place at the time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, 32 seconds. Oh man.
I mean, we know he's a psycho. But only a psycho would drive like this. Oh.
Aww.
PrinceKaro is just dying so much at the start here.
Do you think it's a case of no thoughts head empty? Just
what?
not even paying attention anymore.
I don't know.
They're just going through the motions.
I mean, if they're going through the motions, they're not doing a good job. Oh, here we go. The guns in the loop. The loop is terrible. Alright, looking good, looking good. No, this is a bit tight, but it's fine, it's fine. Going through the loop. To the right. 180, very close. Final turn. No, too high. Way too high. And if you try to commentate PrinceKaro, it's like, oh, he made it past the first turn and bam.
The second turn, Murray. Second turn.
It's like a chicane. It could be called one turn.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
I don't remember having this many issues with this start. It's a bit weird because you have to hold right and you turn really slow because you're going so slow. But I can't remember the last time PrinceKaro made this.
Yeah, I would say the start is like it's kind of hard, but also it's very quickly past it. Like when I tried to play it by feel, I would die a lot, but pretty quickly I've just figured out the inputs I need to do to get past the first 5 seconds, and then I would just keep repeating the same strat.
I really think you should restart the stage to remove the tire marks. I think those are what is slowing down his game.
I think Karo's just waiting for Gons to done. Has forfeit queued up on IRC.
I'm shocked how much PrinceKaro is dying on this. He was looking pretty good on 5 and 6.
Yeah, he just must be tilting off the planet.
Drifting off the planet.
Trying to just teach his cat how to do this. Okay, first you hold right and then left. Then a bit of left. Ah, the one's steering too far. His mind is drifting now.
Is this while the baby is holding down the gas pedal? That way he can't stop.
I mean, if he is lagging, then he hasn't tried to fix it, and I don't... I feel like he had opportunity, and it seems like an obvious thing to try if his game is actually slowing down. I don't think it's trying to render 18,000 ghost cars, I think it's trying to render 18,000 tire mark images.
It's both. I would guess the ghosts are a bigger deal.
I don't think the ghosts are a deal at all. Why would they be a big deal? It's only 10 of them.
What if it's just mining Bitcoin?
I don't count more than 10. It's really not that many ghosts. If they have made smoke like you do, sure, but they don't.
Yeah, it's
Feels
kind of
like
hard to
15.
make out, but I think it does look like they get pruned.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah!
Yeah, it does look like both of them are going like, okay, I'm just gonna play it slow and safe at this point because I've been failing so much, and it's the opposite of what you should be doing in this game.
I think if Karo doesn't try to fix it with the main menu, it's on them.
No, this game is great.
I mean, maybe it's not even an issue, maybe we just think it's an issue. Who knows?
Yeah, People are assuming, based on the fact that PrinceKaro hasn't made it past this first section.
Oh yeah, this is like Tunnel B1. You think you want to go slow and methodical, but no, you just want to race past. Fast as you can. If you can't see the walls or the enemies, they can't see you.
This is left and right arrow.
I think it goes faster because the tire marks get scrolled off screen. I don't think it's the ghost. So it's no longer drawing the tire marks. Which is also a problem because then suddenly his game is speeding up. This is what Trackmania 2021 ice looks like. No, not 2022, I'm talking about Trackmania 2021, the game.
I think I saw a Trackmania video
Trackmania is
recently.
good, the new one.
Where you just held down the accelerate button.
Well, yeah,
and
it does
you
a
finished
classic.
the track. I loved watching that.
PF. Press forward. Oh,
Okay,
PrinceKaro, come on. No!
Oh no!
It's kind of like stuck so much at the start of the level that they kind of forgot how to do the end. Alright, TheGons, I believe. He's gonna get to the loop, he's gonna do the loopy-loop. And crash into the wall. Oh, PrinceKaro again! No! This time the other direction.
We must avert our eyes for our.
Oh, PrinceKaro is so good
gazes.
suddenly! What happened? 3 times
He
in a
got rid
row!
of the. He got rid of the really bad laggy part. Oh my god! Look, they're all gone.
Yeah, the tire marks, so it's not lagging quite as much. Alright. And left, and through the thing, and then a very tight kind of turn. Ah, so close! Just barely too low. And then you run into that issue where you can't turn to adjust more because turning just makes the window smaller because your car is suddenly lower.
Alright, I believe.
I don't.
There's 16 minutes, PrinceKaro.
Oh yeah, I mean PrinceKaro can finish this. I believe that, and I also
No,
think
not
TheGons
finish. If
this level.
somebody has to beat PrinceKaro has to beat 2 levels to gain the lead. Gons has to beat 1 to just solidify it.
I think PrinceKaro and TheGons can beat their respective levels, but I don't think they're gonna finish.
Yeah, if TheGons makes a breakthrough right now, I think he can finish the game because 9 and 10 weren't that hard, but I don't think
Right, here we go.
it's gonna
This is
happen
it.
unless it's right now.
This is it.
These hard turns.
Ah, it's so far to the right. Why? Way too far to the right.
I'm still saying they both are trying to slow down too much. Like every attempt from PrinceKaro,
too high.
He's trying to snake to slow down, and that's what kills him.
How many levels were there? There are 10 levels. We are on 8 and 7. The next 2 levels aren't really that hard. The one that TheGons is on, number 8, is the hardest. Everyone seems to agree. But, I mean, just based on how long TheGons is taking for this, I don't see him finishing, even if he finishes 8.
Also, 9 and 10 have the maze aspect at this point.
I mean,
Well, like he's gonna spend time figuring out where to go. And,
9 was really weird. It was like just this random assortment of blocks.
yeah. And like, I don't think he's gonna get the execution
this time.
down first try, quite.
Some Karo. Yeah! Yes!
Oh!
Oh!
Oh
It
my
worked!
god!
I thought he hit the wall.
He hit
So
the
did
exit
I.
before the wall. Genius! And here we
Like
go,
his
level 8.
Front tire
This-
tapped into it.
this
Let's
could
go.
be-
This is it, baby.
Yeah, this could be an amazing comeback. If he finishes 8 first, then it's looking really good for him based on like 14 minutes left and the timeout coming.
Yeah, about 14 minutes.
Yeah, one shot, right. It's possible.
One shot. He just stunts his car over the wall into the exit.
Oh yeah, he used Mario Kart feather.
He does like a classic burnout showtime, and his car wreckage gets into the exit.
I would bet against that happening, definitely, but it's possible. It's definitely possible.
It's never 0%, which means there's hope.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, PrinceKaro was getting fairly consistent at 7 by the end, and I'd say, like, execution-wise, 7 and 8 are both up there as the most difficult to race tracks. It's just that 8 is much longer, so if you get halfway through 8, it's like beating 7, and then you still need to keep it together for the second half.
Alright, TheGons is gonna do this.
But they're both right now prone to slowing down too much.
Something, Maurice.
Hmm?
TheGons is gonna do this immediately, just gently.
How do you
The
wanna...
gentlest that you possibly can. Just taps his bumper
Wanna see me do it again?
against the wall. He just did.
Oh, we got a dot time from Karo.
Yeah, there's been a few of those.
12 minutes left. Oh, PrinceKaro is trying to go the lower path.
Yeah, my read on the situation continues to be that they both have enough of a feel for the controls, that they have the like raw mechanical skill to get through the levels, but they don't recognize that they need to go faster. That slowing down is the thing that's killing them, and that's counterintuitive, but that's this game. Like, if one of them switches strategy and starts taking it faster, I think they could beat it any time, but I don't think it's happening while they are trying to do this really slow drifting.
Alright, this time TheGons is gonna do it.
There it is.
I mean, to be fair, like, you can't really jinx a level that takes you 10 seconds to restart.
I'm just enjoying the comment about reading the pastebin title, because the pastebin title doesn't mention braking as in the brake pedal, it mentions braking as in like mentally braking, which has happened.
I mean, this is actually pretty exciting. If PrinceKaro can finish this level, I think they're gonna win. Because then TheGons would have to finish the level and get the next one. But PrinceKaro can't even figure out this start. He keeps trying to go lower, which is such a trap. And TheGons basically gets it every time now. Alright, this time, TheGons, come on. I believe, no jinxie. Okay.
Yeah, the pastebin got updated during the race. I refreshed it and it now is correct.
Good job, Piper.
You can actually see it in the edit timestamp.
I just... Oh, PrinceKaro almost made it past the turn. Spice, you can't make me stop believing. I'm like... Bernie? Oh, this time. He's gotta make it past these 3 turns here, and go through the loop. Oh.
But to clarify for the chat, this is a 2-button game. You don't have accelerator or brake controls, you only can turn.
Imagine if this was a 1-button game, you can only turn right.
I'd say go get your car checked.
That would rule, actually. I want to see that game with...
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with stages redone to make it like feel reasonable.
Well, yeah, like there's only right turns and big right turns that allow you to turn left and stuff like that.
Yeah, like if you need to turn left, then there's enough space to actually do the donuts.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I don't think there's enough space for you to be able to do that.
I mean, in these stages, obviously not, but you can make different stages.
Oh yeah, you can make stages.
Alright, 7.5 minutes. Come on, PrinceKaro. This is your race to lose, because if this goes to time, TheGons is clearly the winner.
I just want to see somebody finish the stage.
I mean, I know Polari finished the stage. You could have watched Polari.
Polari didn't stream it?
Yeah, I didn't stream it.
Well then, a little legal time.
I didn't join the race either.
PrinceKaro... Has he made it past the turn yet? He's trying to go down again. Such a trap.
I haven't seen that.
Alright, this time, TheGons, come on.
Your faith is what's killing me.
Okay, I'll turn it around the next time.
He turned it around right there.
Yeah, into the wall.
I mean, I've been naysaying all this time and it hasn't been helping either.
Okay, yeah, no way. The guns is gonna crash into the wall at the exit of the next turn, this one.
Yeah, this is too slow.
Oh yeah, this loop is impossible with this speed. He can't do this. This last turn, I mean, he will have to line this up perfectly to get past these blocks. It's impossible.
Hey Maurice, do me a favor. Stop believing.
TheGons does it! Amazing! Wow, I believed this whole time.
Morris, please.
Oh god.
Are we sure that doesn't count as outside assistance?
Oh, it 100% does. But nobody can prove it.
It's been like 30 minutes that he's been on this level at the one time. I don't believe. This is why I always lose my channel points.
And now the guns is in the level 9. What even is this level phase?
Yeah, I don't I went like the left path and went to the finish. I guess it's kind of like a loop on the right.
I'm gonna ask a favor out of somebody. Make a clip of that. Throw it in Twitch clips, please, for the love of God.
I'm just wondering, like, is there enough context before it? But...
Oh, you can get that entire thing in one clip, I think.
I'm just wondering how much we talked about the whole thing in the beginning of the track, but I mean, yeah, probably there is. I'm just not sure.
I think this is the end for PrinceKaro. He would have to finish this stage and the next one.
Yeah, the race is decided, definitely.
We don't really do Kuso rule of like, oh, he made it like one tile further. Usually we don't do that.
I'm glad we're all having fun.
Oh yeah, this is the level where it's just like this random assortment of blocks.
Yep.
It's so weird. I just picked one and then I tried it 5 times and it worked on the 5th try and I was like, okay, cool level.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. For
Ooh, good
easier
turns.
in the.
Oh,
in
this
the
is
chat,
really good.
It'd probably be easier if PrinceKaro
yeah,
got
yeah.
out and pushed. There'd be more control.
Here's the finish. Here's the finish.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, that was so good.
Nice!
I
Get in
believed.
there.
That was really good. Is he gonna finish?
this
3.5 minutes is doable. I did this in 3.5.
Is he gonna finish?
Left path is easier. Oh, they're both the same. Okay, now
I'm
left
gonna say
path.
the same as I did. In...
Oh, he's
Right
going right.
path, screw it!
No.
What a baller.
Oh my god!
He's doing it.
What?
What the fuck? Oh, there it is.
There we go.
I mean, it's completely. I did this in 3.5. Oh, never. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna do this. I get it. Wink, wink.
Nudge. No, you can't acknowledge it! Otherwise it negates it and it creates a super curse! Trust me, I know these
Oh,
things.
right path again. I mean, at this point, the pace spin is 1.5 hours in the past. I don't
The
blame.
pace spin is gone.
I don't blame the guns.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the same as I said about completing stage 8 before. It's possible, but I don't believe in it.
Yeah, no way.
But yeah, my level 9 experience was that like I went up, then I went right, and I kept going right, and I saw 4 possible turns left, and I was like, what the hell? Then I went down, and it didn't lead anywhere. And then I started messing with the left path, and like there was like pavements or something about taking the left path. Was it this level? I guess I'm gonna take the left path, and then eventually on the end, it's just like, what was that level?
You could have done a 360 there to slow down. Just kind of see what's coming up. That's what I did a lot on this because it's just so long and confusing.
Okay, so I assume nobody has an accurate timer up. Just based on minute timestamp, I think we're just under 1 minute left right now.
Yeah, there's like stream delay and stuff. I started when they started, so it should be about accurate. Like on their end, on the delayed side.
Oh yeah, you have a timer on the restream. I still don't have that open. I'm just looking at the IRC clock.
Oh. Probably left turn, yeah, or right, whatever. Turn to the left.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is the end. It's just up like at the end. It's just up here. Oh, it's also down. Never mind.
This battle. Is that a fake goal that he drove
No,
past?
they're all
It's a different goal.
probably all real goals.
Yeah, but is it reachable? It looks like the path that TheGons is taking leads to the like lower goal instead of snaking around to this one. Okay, PrinceKaro just did dot time, and yeah, there we go. Time's up.
That's a timeout.
Somebody's gotta. Match is over. Thank you, Muir, for sparing them all of the pain. That's it. Game's done. Muir calls it. Gons 2 stages ahead wins. PrinceKaro forfeits.
This was so much more brutal than I expected. Ah! On the straight because of the snaking. Brutal.
Okay, TheGons is on the waiting room. Who can pull him in?
PrinceKaro's got the best comment. It's cargo too fast. I get too furious.
The cars indeed go too fast.
How
No.
you doing, TheGons?
You guys were going too slow. That was your problem.
Oh no! I'm not going too slow. This game breaks me. This
No,
is the
I mean-
type of game that's worse to get in a race because you don't know if you're ahead or behind, and you will get stuck in a level.
And,
No, actually,
yeah,
I'm serious. Like, while you guys were stuck on level 5, I and Morris dug up the game and played it through. And the counterintuitive thing about this is that if you try to go really slow, your car gets impossible to control and your back end starts swerving all over the place to the walls. But if you like scout the full path that you're going to take and keep your speed up and manage to do a small adjustment, it's much, much easier. So it's kind of this trap there.
Yeah, the thing is, I suck at games like this, so this is pretty much the worst possible thing I can get.
By the way, PrinceKaro, if you're trying to talk, you have the mic muted in Discord.
But I will beat this. No
I mean,
matter
you got pretty close.
if you want to take a short break, TheGons, there's something in.
There's no breaks. I will beat this.
He's right. He's right. There's a clip that you should watch in the Discord server.
Does it include context?
Oh, it includes context. It
Okay, that's
catches
good.
the very beginning of the context.
It's good.
And well, later anyway. I thought you were going to mention Pastebin saying that left path is easier on stage 10.
I mean, you've been so far down the right
Okay,
path.
can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
It's very fuzzy, but we can hear you.
Yeah, but to the people watching laughing, you don't realize how bad this car
No,
control
no,
is.
they realize. They played it. I was the only commentator who didn't play this.
Honestly, I don't even think this controls badly. It's just that if you're not used to a game like this, then this hurts.
Cool 360?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of turnarounds.
Yeah, to slow
just-
down, it's a good strategy. If you want to go slow. Like, we're not... We do think going fast as long as you know the level is the way to go. But if you
Oh
do
yeah,
want to go
definitely.
fast, then like doing a 360 is a good strat.
Yeah, so our assessment during the race was that the thing that sucks about the game is that it doesn't show you enough ahead. So if you don't know the stage beforehand, you have no chance of beating it because you can't react to the turns in time. But although the harder thing is that as unintuitive as it is, you want to go as fast as possible, kind of, because when you slow down, the car gets harder to control and starts swerving more, and you're just bound to hit walls everywhere. So you kind of need to first die a few times, scout at the stage so you know where you're going, and then when you're done with that, then you can start going faster and actually beat it.
I actually didn't mind the whole not seeing the whole map too much, because at some point I just started looking around me way too much and just figured out which way to go.
We got a specific question for PrinceKaro. Was the game actually slowing down when you had all those ghosts? It had to have been, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because it definitely
Definitely
seemed
doesn't
like the
like
game
it.
sped up once you got away from like the tire tracks. At the
Specifically
beginning.
at the beginning of stage 7, where you died
Yeah.
a lot in the first turns and there were a ton of skid marks and ghosts, it looked like the game frame rate was slowed down to a crawl until you got out of that point.
I mean, maybe I just have a bad computer. I don't know.
Oh god, all the turnarounds.
TheGons, you're out of control, man.
No, I'm in control.
I don't agree.
Yeah, at that point I lost control, but fine.
Is it like the gentlest taps to the front and back of your car?
I'll somehow beat this, even if it takes me hours.
What do you think, Maurice? Is he gonna beat it?
Well, he doesn't know the thing yet, so I can't say no. But
Damn
yes,
it.
I believe.
No, you fool, Maurice.
He's filled with determination.
Yeah,
How
Guns,
could he not?
you should watch
Oh,
this.
I've played worse games for hours, so No, I will not watch any clips. I will do this my way.
No, but like it's a clip of the race. Something
Yeah,
that
it's,
happens.
it's you playing it. Don't worry.
Yeah, and you,
I-
it's
I
you
know
doing
that
well.
afterwards.
It's you doing well. Just so you know, like it's the best part of the race.
Yeah, fine. Give me a second. The next time I
Oh
die,
no, you can finish first. There's no rush.
that's gonna take a while.
All right, let's have a quick look. What's up? Or what's coming up? Because there's nothing coming up, as I remember.